Here is Donald Trump's life story in about 1,500 words without using commas. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in the borough of Queens, New York City. His father was Fred Trump, who was a successful real estate developer in New York, and his mother was Mary Ann MacLeod, who had immigrated from Scotland. Donald was the fourth of 5 children and grew up in a household where business success and hard work were valued. Fred Trump built a fortune by constructing and managing middle-income apartment buildings in the outer boroughs of New York, and he expected his children to be ambitious. Donald attended the Kew Forest School in Queens, but his parents enrolled him at the New York Military Academy at the age of 13 due to concerns about his discipline and behavior. At the academy, he excelled both academically and in sports, and he learned leadership skills that would serve him later in life. After graduating in 1964, he attended Fordham University for 2 years, before transferring to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, where he graduated in 1968 with a degree in economics. After college, Donald joined his father's business, which was then called Elizabeth Trump and Son. He learned the real estate business from his father and began managing projects in Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. In the 1970s, Donald wanted to expand the business into Manhattan, where he saw greater opportunities for high-profile deals and luxury projects. He convinced his father to support this move, and he began working on ambitious developments. One of his early successes was the transformation of the bankrupt Commodore Hotel into the Grand Hyatt, in partnership with the Hyatt Corporation, which opened in 1980 and was a major success. Donald Trump also began building the Trump Tower in Midtown Manhattan, which opened in 1983. This 58-story skyscraper became a symbol of his brand, with its luxury apartments, office spaces, and high-end shops. His name soon became associated with wealth, style, and boldness. He continued to develop other properties, including casinos and Atlantic City golf courses and luxury hotels. By the late 1980s, Trump was a well-known public figure appearing on talk shows and in magazines. However, the early 1990s brought financial challenges. Several of his Atlantic City casinos faced heavy debt, and some of his businesses declared bankruptcy. Trump negotiated deals with creditors and managed to survive financially, though his image suffered. He rebranded himself as a resilient businessman who could recover from setbacks. Over the next 2 decades, he rebuilt his brand through real estate, television, and licensing deals. In 2004, Donald Trump became the star of the reality television show The Apprentice, which was a major hit. The show featured contestants competing in business-related challenges with Trump, making the final decision on who would be hired or fired. His catchphrase, "You're fired," became famous, and the show greatly expanded his popularity beyond the business world. He continued to oversee various developments, including hotels and golf courses in the United States and abroad, while also selling the Trump name for use on products and buildings. Donald Trump's personal life attracted media attention as well. He has been married 3 times. His first wife was Ivana Trump, a former model from Czechoslovakia, whom he married in 1977. They had 3 children together: Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. The couple divorced in 1992. His second wife was Marla Maples, an actress and television personality, whom he married in 1993. They had 1 daughter, Tiffany, before divorcing in 1999. His third and current wife is Melania Trump, a former model from Slovenia, whom he married in 2005. They have 1 son, Barron, who was born in 2006. By the mid-2010s, Donald Trump began to take a greater interest in politics. He had flirted with running for office in the past, but in June 2015, he announced his candidacy for President of the United States as a Republican. Many political experts initially saw his campaign as unlikely to succeed.
Officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
Do you have the genes to be a successful politician?
Well, you never really know. I think I'm pretty outspoken, and that's not probably a good thing in terms of a politician, but it's a good thing if you ever got elected, you can really do a job.
You've said, though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd win.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life.
Trump connected with a large segment of voters through his populist and nationalist message, promising to bring jobs back to America, secure the border, and challenge the political establishment. His campaign focused on themes like immigration reform, trade, renegotiation, and economic growth. He also used social media, especially Twitter, as a direct way to speak to the public and bypass traditional media channels. Trump's blunt style and controversial statements drew both strong support and fierce opposition. During the Republican primaries, he defeated a crowded field of candidates and secured the party's nomination. In the general election, Trump faced former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, the Democratic nominee. The campaign was highly contentious and deeply polarizing. Trump held large rallies across the country and emphasized his outsider status, arguing that career politicians had failed the nation. On November 8, 2016, he won the presidency by securing a majority in the Electoral College.
The worst president in the history, the worst vice president in history. He is incompetent. She's incompetent.
She can't talk.
She can't talk.
Low IQ. He's a low IQ individual.
She happens to be really a low IQ individual. She really does. She has a very low IQ.